Welcome to Wednesday. It's Andrew, mate. All right, I'm sorry I called you a mini Adam Pacitti on your Twitch stream the other night. I'm sorry. It's a compliment in some countries. Can you change that back, please? Thank you. Here is your wrestling news. Future WWE Money in the Bank plans have been revealed. A Raw star undergoes surgery, and a WWE Legend reveals their battle with asthma. We'll talk about it in a bit. So what is the deal with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Otis has been Mr. Money in the Bank since the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And despite the dealings with Miz and Morrison on SmackDown, the pending court case over the contract, it's very much been in the background. And there are people within the company who want that to change. This is according to WrestleVotes, who share the following from their Twitter account. They say, quote, "There have been multiple pitched ideas to remove the Money in the Bank briefcase from Otis and make the storyline a main focus once again. Some of which are really decent ideas, I've been told. However, and this is a big however, Otis's biggest fan is Vince. So right now, no go." We have talked before on these news videos about how much Vince McMahon loves the work that Otis is doing at the moment, which is great. I love Otis as well. But if there are people who are suggesting that maybe we move the Money in the Bank story along a bit, Vince is probably reluctant because he wants to do something with Otis with it. Now, I'm not against Otis doing something with it, whether it be a match against Roman Reigns, which will see him probably beat into a fine powder to make a statement about the tribal chief and all of that. Whether or not he gets drafted to Raw to feud with Drew McIntyre, I guess. Kind of see the argument for why people want to take it off him, to be perfectly honest with you. But several things have been pitched, but by the sound of it, because Vince loves the stuff that Otis does, it's a bit of a non-starter right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Otis move in the draft. I think maybe moving him to Raw might freshen things up with it. I don't know. We will all find out together, won't we? On Monday Night Raw, we certainly won't be seeing Eric from the Viking Raiders for some time, as we know that Ivar is out of action till next year, as he's just had surgery. It's going to see him rehabbing for about a year at the earliest. He'll be back. But what was to become of Eric? Sort of floating around without his Viking Raider chum, being the not so much in the tag team, might not get you, well, so much. So it emerged online just yesterday evening that Eric has decided to take time away and deal with something that's been going on for quite some time. There's a photo that emerged of Eric online post-surgery. And he said underneath it, quote, "Today I had some hardware removed from my cyborg arm. I've been putting off this surgery for a very long time and just worked around and through the pain and limitations that caused by a surgical screw protruding into my triceps. For the last several years, I've been fighting and training with one arm tied behind my back. Thanks to the wonderful Dr. Dugas, I'm excited to come back at full strength. I will see you guys real soon." This is a sensible move for Otis to take some time off whilst Ivar is away as well, rather than just be plunged into the doldrums of the Raw mid-card. Actually get yourself sorted, get a nagging injury dealt with, and let's get the Viking Raiders back full speed for the brand new raid in 2021. So with Impact Wrestling airing last night, let's turn our attention to BFG. Wonderful book by Roald Dahl. Heartwarming family motion picture. I ain't touching a snozcumber though. Let's also talk about the other BFG, which is Bound for Glory, the big end of year spectacular pay-per-view for Impact Wrestling. We had a huge match announced for it last night on Impact. We're getting ourselves an intergender six-way scramble for the X Division Championship. So this came about after Rohit Raju threw out an open challenge for his X Division title. It was answered by Willie Mack, and Rohit Raju went, "Nah, I fought you, mate. Get in the bin." Didn't say that exactly. So therefore, another challenger was found in Jordan Grace, who in a short match ended up pinning Rohit Raju to seemingly become the X Division champion. She had the belt on and everything. But due to a technicality and some cowardly heel shenanigans, Rohit Raju ended up leaving with the X Division title. So it was revealed last night that Rohit Raju will put the X Division Championship on the line at Bound for Glory against Jordan Grace, and also against Willie Mack, and against TJP, and against Trey Miguel, and against Chris Bay. It's going to be a 6-way intergender scramble, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It adds to a already nicely building card for Bound for Glory. The World Tag titles on the line as the Motor City Machine Guns defend against the North, the Good Brothers, and Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. The Knockouts Championship on the line as well. Deonna Purrazzo facing Kylie Ray. The interesting clash of styles in this one that I'm intrigued to see. And in the main event, Eric Young putting the Impact World title on the line against Rich Swann. They are building themselves a card this time that I think is going to draw a lot of attention. They're putting less emphasis on, which random former WWE guys are going to turn up, and they're more putting focus on, this is the product, this is what we do, this is the focus, this is where we're going now. And I'm looking forward to seeing Bound for Glory this year. It should be good fun. Bobby Lashley, but not Bobby Lashley. I'll walk for miles inside this pit of danger. Not my words, the words of a Pit of Danger tour guide. And the words of Saliva sang as Dave Bautista makes his entrance to the ring. And Dave Bautista revealed a battle that he's been having during his wrestling career and beyond that doesn't involve another opponent. So this started with Dave Bautista tweeting about Donald Trump, talking about that video of Trump on the balcony. Dave Bautista saying that Trump looks out of breath, and saying that he knows what that sort of thing looks like because he suffers from asthma, and he knows what it looks like to be having like a shortness of breath, and that's why he reflected in it in Donald Trump. And this was a bit of a revelation here that Dave Bautista suffers from asthma, and a few people asked him about it online, and one person asked the question, like, is he ever concerned about having an asthma attack in the middle of a wrestling match? And Bautista revealed that he had inhalers hidden around the ring, under the ring, and with personnel around the ringside area in the event that it all went that way. He said as well, quote, "The cold venues were my nightmare." So Dave Bautista, whilst having these matches, was also very much battling asthma at the same time. Now, I know you might think it's a bit weird to put that into a wrestling news video. Why are you putting that in there? Normal people get asthma too, Tom. He's not special. And I get it, it's true. It's something that lots of people suffer from. One of my best friends in the entire world has asthma and has done for a long time, and it stopped him doing a lot of the things that he wanted to do in his career. And it sucks, and it's not talked about enough. And Dave Bautista is somebody that battled it whilst pushing through a wrestling career. So fair play to Dave Bautista, who carried on and really made a name for himself in wrestling and in Hollywood and everywhere else whilst battling through that. So big love to Dave Bautista today. And big love to you as well, fellow asthma sufferers, if you're feeling it today. And it's a horrible thing. Again, I don't have it myself. I can judge from my best mate and Dave Bautista, who's probably my best mate as well. Big love to you if it's something that you're pushing through today. Have yourself a great Wednesday. Have a great day and a great life. Stay safe. Love you, bye.